All right, so looks like we're ready to get this match started. Looks like Thorsten is going to break first while we get everything else set up here and ready to go.
All right, we're all on. We got Mike Casamassina.
I think we got everybody here.
There
yep.
we go. Okay, we're ready
All
to
right,
go.
just in time as Thorsten's about to open up with the break.
Okay, folks, we are all back. Sorry about that. We had a little crash going on in the background here at Steinway. We got weather going on also. So the conditions on the pool table are going to change as the rain moves in even more. Thorsten Hohmann, the reigning champion of the Steinway Classic just a couple of days ago, has been on a tear. He won the Steinway Classic in a true championship way. He was down about 5 games in the early part of the match in the finals. And then in the later part, he was down by 4, only to come back and win on a hill 12-12, race to 13. Exciting. It's on Facebook. Make sure to check it out. All right. Did he select any suit yet?
He did not. He made the 6 on the break in the side pocket, as you talked about in the last match.
All right.
Nice and clean. And now he's looking to decide where he wants to go next.
Well, you can see the 1 ball goes if he elects to take the solids. You do not want to hit anything with the 1 ball to disturb that stripe unless he bumps the stripe out. Yeah, he didn't hit anything. And thank God for 7 balls. He's going to be a little bit agitated as he shoots over this, looks like the 13. But he has running room straight down the table to either shoot the 3 or come even down a little bit further and take the 5.
Looked like he got a little more roll off that than he expected to. He might have been thinking he was going to hit that ball.
The main thing about this shot is stay as stiff as possible. It's all ball fouls, so he cannot touch it. And the 9 ball helps him. That 9 ball made that pocket instead of 5 inches and made it 8 inches wide by sitting there on the side. And that helps. You know, sometimes you got to take advantage of that. It makes your life a little bit easier, and you could see it helped right there. Now, he can actually bump the 8 ball towards the right side if he wants to on that line to hold for the 2 on the side if he wants to. He's a professional at bumping balls. He plays a lot of straight pools. But he might come low for the 4 here. Nice shot. The reason I said bump the 8 ball is because it has the corner pocket. It's got the upper corner and just the side. You see the 2 corners and the side. It doesn't have this corner. But, you know, from where he lies, he's got his cue ball on a string as he normally does. So he can maneuver this cue ball just about anywhere he wants. Just take a seat. I'm not asking you to do anything. You can take a seat. Just to relax.
Trying to get Dr. Michael Fedak to join us here. A little bit radio shy.
He's a very nice guy, but hard to get on camera. I get very fortunate. We had you on camera last night. You didn't know it. I stuck up on you with one of these. Dr. Michael Fedak. True gentleman and supports pool and billiards in a big way.
Great shot there from Thorsten to control the cue coming off that rail to get position for the 8.
All right, Thorsten Hohmann draws first blood, makes his deposit. This is a winner's side match, so nobody that loses this set will be going home. They're just going to move over to the B side of the chart, so to say. Oh, wow, wow, wow,
right.
wow, 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 wow. We're okay.
All right, so in the alternate break format here, Damiano's going to use his first shot on the table.
That's what it is. Okay, we're good. I got to fix Thorsten's name. I got a capital H there. I was in a hurry to get the names and everything catch up, folks. We did have a little difficulty, so I apologize. Okay, Damianos representing Greece set to break, known as the jump master. Watch the second balls, the ones behind the 1. They go into the side pockets, just like 10 ball. You got to hit them square, though. Oh, he got kicked out. Damianos comes up dry. What do you think? What do you like?
Well, you got the 1 in the back rail that's not going to go anywhere easily unless you can get really good position.
I have to say he's going to take the stripes.
I would think so too, based on that. You get I think the 5's up there as well with a little bit of trouble. So stripes definitely look like a better story here.
But I've been wrong once before, like in the last 3 years. But I think he's going to take the stripes.
I think the question here is how do you get onto the 15? And he just answered it. That was beautiful.
Yeah, like I said prior, he loves to bump things to his advantage. And not many players really like to do that. Being a straight pool champion for like 3 times. I think he's a champion in every aspect of the game except for 1 pocket and banks. 8 ball, 9 ball, 10 ball, and 14.1.
That is a well-rounded player.
You're not kidding. And an athlete. You know, a lot of people call this a game. I call it a sport. You walk a lot in a tournament. Let me tell you, you play in major events from the hotel to the event, walk around all day long playing in it. There's a certain stance that you have to stand when you're playing pool. Just
I was going to say that the back of your body with just that stance over the table for an entire long day can get very tiring. I think you do have to do a lot of work to strengthen that up.
Correct. Like a boxer has a certain stance, you know, a solid stance. Baseball players, well, guess what? This is a sport. I know a lot of people out there would disagree with me, but you can send me an email. Go to upstateowl.live, and we can chat.
As you were saying before, he's master of bumping those balls out of the way. He just did it again there to get good position on the 8 to go up that rail.
So it paid to take the stripes from the opening break. Thorsten Hohmann realized it as soon as he walked up, and it's the reason that you mentioned that that 1 and that 4 ball were trapped up, and that's the reason he took the stripe balls. Thorsten Hohmann goes up. 2-0. We're racing a 6. Steinway Billiards, folks. I just want to let you know I will be heading down to the U.S. International 9-Ball Open in Norfolk, Virginia, helping out Mr. Fleming down there. And then I will be going right here to bring you Shane Van Boning versus Dennis Acolo in Sterling, Virginia. It's a race to 120. You can go to roysbasement.com, purchase your pay-per-view there. I'm going down there to set up all the camera work in the booth. I'll be there. Looking forward to seeing you. We also want to thank Chris Renfro for sending up the templates, AccuRack. And the man right behind us here at the booth who doesn't like to be recognized, but I recognize him as much as I can, Dr. Michael Fedak and his lovely family and wife, adding $15,000 added to this tournament. Next year, Columbus Day, we're going to have a 3-day event for the NYC Singles Championships. Dr. Fedak and family decided that they're going to add $20,000 and open up the field because it'll be 3 days. Keep in touch with NYC Pool Championships Facebook page or Tony Robles, and when that post comes out, when they release the official opening gate where you can start paying your membership, I suggest you get it in right away. This one we sold out in 2 weeks. The next one will be sold out maybe in a week and a half. So pay attention to that page. 20,000 added. To the break. Watch the second balls. There they go. Right in the side pocket. The stripe went in. The cue ball comes to rest at the top of the table. The table remains open. Oh, let's take a look.
Got a little trouble here with stripes, I think. So that may not be the way that he goes, even though he made one off the break.
You're right.
He's got that 11 and 9 tied up.
He has a bank shot if he doesn't like the solids. I don't think he'll take the 12 ball up there against the rail. You know, you can see it from this angle here.
Only trouble you might have with solids might be that 3-4, trying to get position to put one of those in. I think they're lined up for a combo if you wanted to, but I'm not sure that's the best plan.
What's that, the 3-4?
The 3-4.
Well,
I think you got to get behind them and put one of them in the side.
Right. He'll either play in the corner pocket. See, once you clear the 3 out, that opens up the corner, right?
Yep.
So the way he bumps balls, he can make the 6, bump the 3 up. You know, there's a lot of things he can do, but I think he has no other choice but to take the solids.
Yeah.
But he's fooled me before, so.
One thing, as you mentioned earlier, that they don't really do is at this level is play much defense. It'd be interesting to see if he chose to go in that direction here.
And that's what I like about the professional side of this. It's more aggressive 8-ball. But, you know, I've seen some of the matches today that I think that playing a safe was warranted, even it was on a professional level, and one of the professionals didn't do it, and they wound up losing the set because of it.
Wow.
You know, because they like to be aggressive. They want to maintain control of that table. You know, they want to keep you in that chair.
At this level of skill,
opponent.
you think you can make every single ball. And
Well,
it's difficult to convince yourself that may not be the right thing to do at every play.
Yeah, well, you're right. You're absolutely right. And they like playing aggressive.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it. I really enjoy the aggressive
It's great to watch,
play.
but sometimes it's not the right strategic choice. It's interesting to see when they make that
Like,
decision, when they
I'm
don't.
nobody to critique them, but I see it. You know, I seen he should have played safe there, and he wound up losing the set because of it.
However, I think this is probably a case where that wasn't necessary because he looks like he's in pretty good shape
Yeah,
going
look
forward
at
here.
Look at the angle he got. He's got a perfect angle to come all the way down table here. Now, whether he wants to play this combination, the 3-4 combination into the corner pocket, is not bad also because the 4 gets pushed towards the left corner if he hits it with a little tempo. So the 4 deflect off the 3 and go this way, and he'll have an insurance shot either on the 3 or the 4, if he wants to go that way.
It isn't as well lined up, though. When you change that angle there and showed us the different view of the table, it does look like it's not as straight as I originally thought it might be. So it is a little bit more challenging if he decided in that direction. But he's got position in that 3. I think he's in much better shape.
No, he
to
came
do
up
this.
short.
Oh.
He was playing for the 6 ball, and he came up short.
Does the 3 go by the 10?
Does the 3 go by the 10?
Hard to say.
Well, from this, you know, we have stable cameras up there. I would have to say that It doesn't, but the 6 definitely goes. Now, here's a situation, sort of what we were just talking about. There was a player in this situation, and instead of playing safe, they played this aggressive cut shot, and they wound up losing. What Thorsten can do here is bump the 3 and stick the cue ball behind the 4. Okay, if he sticks the cue ball behind the 4 and pushes it a little bit, he might wind up safe, playing his opponent safe. But you gotta hide the rock.
It's a little bit difficult based on the fact that those stripes are right in the pocket or very close to it up the top of the table, though.
But he can handle it. He's got nerves of steel. He's not Superman, but he's Superman's son, that's for sure.
Yeah. Looks like he's trying to consider where to go with this.
You see what he has to do so that he can't make the 10 ball is he has to get the cue ball up on the side of the 4 ball halfway.
Yeah.
So he blocks the 10 and he blocks all the other stripe balls. He's calling it. Now, this is aggressive. He's going to play the 6 ball. So the cue ball is going to wind up hot.
Yeah, very thin cut there. So he's going to take a lot of speed out of that shot.
Right.
Be interesting to see where the cue ball ends up if he makes it.
Well, the cue ball is going to come to the right side of the 4 if he makes it. He's got plenty of running room. Let's see where it goes. Look at this.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Just perfect. He's going to play the combo just perfect. Just perfect.
It's not straight in. He's going to have to play the angle here, but certainly well within his level of capability.
Yes, it is. If he doesn't make it, I'm going to chew on a leather shoe for a year. Don't take my word for that. I'm a liar every once in a while. But I have a feeling he's just going to sink this in.
You know, we've got that recorded now. We're going to hold you to it.
I actually said it the other night, and the player actually made the shot. I got lucky. All right, watch the hit here, folks. Dead in the pocket. No fear gear. Nice shot.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And notice the position. You know, he didn't only want to play the ball, he played the speed so that he'll have the 4-ball shot without trapping it up anywhere. Bravo.
That's a really impressive run out. Although I don't want to speak too soon. He's still going to make the 8, but...
Is this a new style? One long sleeve, one short sleeve? Huh?
I have not seen that before.
Or is that to keep your arm warm like a baseball pitcher? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that style. Let's go over his shoulder. Perfect.
Makes it look easy.
Mr. Hohmann goes up 3-0, racing a 6.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think the only shot that his opponent has had so far has been the dry break.
Yeah, that hurts. Anytime you get a dry break like that.
Hasn't seen the table other than that, so let's see if he can get a little work done now.
At this skill level, you're not kidding. That can hurt you. Looks like Mike Casamasino is working his way back. Okay, so it's Damianos break. It's critical at this point that he breaks, makes a ball, and gets out, or plays a jam-up safe. At this point here in the race to 6, leading by 3, Mr. Thorsten Hohmann, with an alternate break format, is tough to come back on. So you got to play tight as you can to win. Again, watch the balls right behind the 1 ball. The 4 ball he's trying to make in the left side pocket.
For you guys, that, give me another one up in the corner as well. He's got his choice.
Right. For you guys just starting out 8 ball, pay attention to that. Whether you play an 8-ball rack or a 10-ball rack, it's basically the same break. Yeah, you're shooting for the second balls behind the 1. Okay, open break. Stripe balls look really nice.
I think he's going to go after stripes here, especially given where the cue ball lies.
Yeah,
Difficult to get anything on the solids.
Though, Allison. The solids look real good, but he is taking the stripes. He's got to deal with this 10 ball that's down here, though. Did he get there? If he didn't get there on his initial shot, he's going to have to lock safe.
I think he's looking at the 15. Oof.
He was playing for the 15 in the side pocket.
Not sure he got there. Tough to tell from this angle.
Tough to tell from this angle? Yeah, don't lean over it. The picture doesn't change, trust me. I tried that before. Usually I read the body language. I guess he does have the 15. He did.
So that put him in a really good position to attack this 10-11 tie up here.
Yeah, you know something, he can either do it now or take the 12 ball and then attack the 10 ball. What is that, the 11 ball and the 10 ball down there? Yeah, he's going to have to attack that real quick. I guess he's going to take this one out. You know, he's working the top half of the table, and that's another thing. You know, the less you have to move the cue ball up and down table, the better off you are. So if you have work to do on the top half of the table, do it, and then work your way down. Doesn't matter where the 8 is. Sometimes it does. As you get better, you really see the patterns. But at least get your work done on the top half and the bottom half. Preferably leaving the 8 for your last half of the table if you can. So here, when we thought there was going to be a problem with the 10 and 11, I mean, why am I having trouble with his name? Damianos. Damianos from Greece has actually made it look pretty easy so far.
Yeah, I think I'm on that. Yeah, thank you.
There we got you. All right.
All right.
Damianos gets on the board.
3-1. Well, it's going to be a little while at this rate for Damianos because Thorsten Hohmann at 3 and now control of his own break here. He's going to have to sit there and just take his lumps and hopefully talk to the pool gods and, you know, ask for mercy and let him get back out of that chair. Thorsten Hohmann's job, the hitman, is to keep him in there, you know, and leave him in that chair. So he's going to be fighting a pretty good tiger.
As you've mentioned, the problem with the alternate break format is that you have to hope your opponent misses. And hoping that Thorsten misses is...
or scratches,
yeah.
You know, something to that nature, you know, freak things happen.
You're asking for a miracle, basically.
Yeah, at this skill level, yes. But, you know, when all 15 balls running around the table, chances are that one of those balls might hit the cue ball. So here, you're going to see him break from the right side of the table, right? He's going to use the left-hand draw. Okay, this way he can plant the cue ball. That'll keep the cue ball, but you got to hit him square. If you don't hit him square, it'll ricochet off to the side. Nice. Did he make anything? He didn't, and this is what Damianos had to pray for.
Got an interesting layout here. We've got the 3 solids tied up the lower left side. We've also got some trouble with stripes right near the cue ball. Might be able to cut one of those into the side and then work from there.
I got to step out for a second. Mikey.
Yep.
I don't want to keep you awake. Keep Allison company, right?
Okay, I'm just looking. I think I would take the stripes on these 2.
Both sides have some trouble, but I think stripes is probably a little easier to clean up than solids.
I think he's all right to be able to play that 11 ball and still pull it back. If he wanted to play the 15 on the other side, or pull it back. He could do either one. 10
Looks like
10
he's
and
gonna
then
go
get
for
on
10
that
first.
either way.
Yep.
He has a lot of options that are open here.
He probably just took the shot he felt the most comfortable with to make sure that he could come up with stripes. Didn't want
Yeah.
to take the chance of missing
Yeah,
and
but-
losing it. So you should have some good options to clean up these balls in the middle of the table. The only question comes, how do you get back to the 9 and get position on the 8?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure he has his own plan.
I think perhaps he used the 15 on the side as the ball to get to the 9.
Very good. He bumped that out nice. He's good now. He'll just play that. Then was it the 15 on the right side? Come back to the side pocket. He don't have to. He can go here 15, then take out the 9 and come back and play the whatever that ball is on the side pocket for his key ball.
That's a good possibility as well. Yes.
Yeah, he just squirts it over a little bit here. He wants to get a pretty straight angle on that other ball. That's about perfect.
Yep. Gave himself a little bit of angle to come down the table, but not too much.
Yep. Yeah.
I think the only other thing is to worry about is off the 9, getting through that traffic and back to that 13 to the side. But his cue control has been very good so far, so I'd imagine he has a plan for that. Looks like he's taking some extra time to decide where he wants to be on that 9.
Yeah,
so
he
you
may
get
not.
that.
You know, he still has. He'll fall in the zone where he has a safety shot either way. Yeah, I'm saying either way. You know. Now he's got to get between that.
Yeah.
Looks like the 1 and the 8.
He's giving himself a
I
much
don't like
smaller
that.
window.
Or if he's playing the rails, he can play the rails. He's got to pull it down pretty far down on that long rail.
And as you and Al both mentioned earlier, I think in the last match, these rails with the humidity in here today are a little bit less predictable than they might normally be.
If he can pull it today, it'd be great. But I think he's going to play the rails.
He's going around. He's playing
Yeah.
2 rails to 3 rails. Playing 3.
Very nice.
And if he gets straight as possible, he'll be
Yeah,
perfect.
He's okay now.
Yeah. He can basically pinch it back just a couple inches and he'll be perfect. Nice little touch here. Okay, Damianos not going anywhere. He says Greece is here to play and we're here to stay. $32.
We have ourselves a match.
Yeah, and he's breaking, so this will changes the format pretty good now.
Good catch, Mike. You know, breaking and winning on your opponent's break, your opponent's serve, so to say, is real huge in the format. It could cost your opponent 2 games. In other words, we can be looking at a Trisket, 3 apiece around the apple tree. Okay, here we go. Same break. He likes breaking off the rail. I guess he gets more power off the rail. It's a good way to learn, and I guess he stuck with it through the years.
Yeah, he seems to hit it pretty powerful, too. It looks like it's dry.
Nothing dropped, you're right. Stripe ball looks like it goes right across to the side pocket. How do the stripes look? Once you move this stripe towards the side pocket, you're going to rearrange the furniture just a little bit. But the stripes look inviting from this angle.
Yeah, I would think once that goes in, the rest of the table opens up pretty nicely.
Yeah, the 10 ball seems to go right by the 8 ball. You see it there in the corner, so no issue there. Well, here's a little bit of an issue.
I don't think he got quite enough follow off that to get the right angle on the 9.
Okay, he wouldn't normally take the shot. He's taking the shot to get back in line. So he's going to just take the shot and then play the 11 in the side to get back in line here. I like the 11 in the side. What ball is that? Right next to it, the 15.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the 11, 15. He's going the opposite way. Okay, so he's saving the 11 like in his insurance ball, I guess?
I think the
Well,
11
he can
might
hold this ball right here now.
the 11 might get you to the 10 as well. So you might save that for later.
Okay, good observation right there. So 11, 15, 10, and then out. After he pockets this 9 or 12, whatever's at up table there. Good call. Wow, kind of got really a lot of that. Now you know why I said he fools you every once in a while, right?
He's got a.
He's got a
I
different
don't like
plan
playing
here,
the
I
15,
think.
but if he can get back in line with it, I mean the 10. I thought
He's
he
going
could
to try
play
to
the
get in
15
line
right
with the
now.
11 after this. Going to the 11 in the side to get back.
Yeah, he wouldn't even hit the rail, it looks like. Oh, he is playing the rail. Okay.
It's interesting leaving that 15 to the last. As you mentioned earlier in previous rack, that the ones that are bunched up like that, it's good to get them out of the way early.
Right.
That's not the way he's decided to go here.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it becomes to each his own, you know, what you're comfortable with shooting. But you'll notice most of the play is played that way. Jason Shore is a good example of it. Where he'll take, I mean, every player, when you get any kind of clusters, they'll take care of them right away as fast as possible because the more balls you pocket in the rack, the less opportunity and options you have to do so. Thorsten Hohmann gets out of that one, 4-2. Race to 6. I want to thank everybody that's been sharing the information, everybody viewing. We're going to just pull up, we're going to open Facebook, and if you want to give a shout out to Allison DeFleur or Mike Casamasima, or you just want to chat with us, if we can answer any kind of questions, we'll explode it and let everybody shoot away. We're going to open it up a little bit so we can read it. Shirley Yang, what's up? The Traveling Shirley. 4 minutes ago. Hopefully you're still watching. If you're not, then you better have a note. I'm at the World Series of Poker in Europe. Busy stuff as usual. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay, here we go. Thorsten Hohmann firing away. Wow, he made both of the secondary balls that time. He exploded the. How about just clear the whole table and finish?
Wow.
Is that the 8-way up table?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is it really?
Really rough leave there.
Wow. You know, as you second ball break between the first ball and the second ball, you tend to move the 8-ball. The way Hohmann just broke is he broke straight on with power and moved the 8-ball all the way up to the left-hand corner. The only ball that can actually interfere with him playing a solid or a straight. What is he calling? He's calling the 6. He's calling the 6 ball. So he's going to cut this 13 into the 6, I guess.
Oh, yeah, that's about all he can do. I don't think he can. You don't have a pocket on the other side.
Yeah. Share it to groups. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Hey, Joe Collins, my brother. All is good, Joe. Ronnie Park. Hey, Ronnie, I'm sitting here with Allison DeFleur, and thank you for the kind words, and thanks for watching. Nice shot. Coming up on your screen right now. There they go, guys. You could see John, the table man in the back, fixes the tables. It's his birthday today. But big shout out to these two folks sitting in the commentary booth. And back to the match. I'll see you in Virginia, Ronnie. Off to your right is Paul Lyons playing in the amateur side of it.
I believe that might be the hot seat match for the mixed open division, actually.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
Okay. There's Paul. There's Thorsten. We got the whole gang.
Thorsten's on solids here, but he's got a little bit of interesting position down there. The 3 ball tied up with stripe. I can't see which one that is.
Well, it does go in this
it does
corner
go.
pocket.
Yeah.
He'll play to that left side.
I was doing just what you said, Al, up table first.
Get over here, Snooky.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes, how are you?
Do you know Mikey?
No, I don't know Mikey. No.
Hello, Snooky. She's going to be replacing Al. Al's got to take a break.
Damianos.
Hello, guys.
Good to have you here.
Thank you, thank you. I'm just giving Al a well-deserved break. He practically yanked me.
Yeah.
As soon as I
he's
walked
not
in
happy
the
with
door.
the line now because he would have liked to play, just play it off the rail, come on the other side. I don't know if he still has the opportunity to do that. Looks like he may. Just cross. He went.
That way instead.
All right, he got there. That was a risky shot because of bumping stuff. You don't have any problem here, though. He's out.
Thorsten about to finish this rack out and get himself onto the hill. Looks like it was conceded.
You know that, right? You need more of them in your mouth so you can't talk.
All right, so Thorsten now leads 5-2. Damianos will break now.
Is that what it is, 5-2?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yep, 5.
So it's going to be incredibly vital now that Damianos makes the thing on the break. His last 2 have been
Yeah.
dry, and that happens again. I think he's not going to see the table anymore.
Wait, here's the funny punch. Here's the funny one. Brian goes, we got time to get my car washed? We go to the car wash. And they got lollipops there for a daughter, so I buy 4 lollipops. He goes, why? He goes, why? I said, oh, I know, because Al bought the presents. I brought the lollipops first. And here's for you. He goes, I don't know lollipops. Try this. Honey, we're just right in the truth. Say, yes. pass it to me either. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good?
Uh-oh.
Oh, he dropped this time, so.
Okay, good.
Okay.
I think I missed that. So Damianos is in business here, but looks like he's got a little cluster down there. Can't quite see what that is. So it might be 6-7-14.
You know Amanda, right? Yeah, last year, I think she came in first in the singles and second in the smash doubles.
Chickpea soup. That's right. I wanted to do something.
Looks like Damianos is going to go after the 2-ball here. So, Mike, how would you think he was going to go about attacking the 6-7 down there?
Well,
At the 4 in there as well.
yeah, he has. Well, I'm not crazy about it. I think he would like to come up a little bit. He may go after it now, but he don't have to. He could just bump, if he wanted to, he could bump that ball to the right of it and play the 1-3, then come down. But he's going after the 6 now.
That's a nice shot there. So in this case, it looks like he's decided to deal with the trouble down here at the bottom of the table and then take the top later on.
Yeah, but I mean, he's putting more work into the game than he had to. I think he would have better off playing it the other way. Now he's got to move up and down, you know, stuff like that.
Looks like he'll try to take care of that up here now, maybe? Or is he going
Well,
to...
it looks like he's going to have to,
Yep.
and that's probably what he might have played for.
Yeah, might have missed position there a little bit. I thought perhaps he was going to save the 7 for key ball, but can't do that now.
He goes to the rail a little bit there, and he's out. Now he's out.
Now he should be fine.
He's still getting a little funny on every shot. He's on the wrong side of each time. How come you're not talking, Snook?
I was only taking care of the scoreboard and all the other equipment.
You were taking care of his equipment?
Yeah, not that way, thank you. No, I was giving him a break. He had to go use the restroom. That's
Okay.
Well, as you said, he had to do a little extra work here, but looks like he may have
Yeah,
found his way around the table. This should get him back to the 8 pretty easily.
Wow, Thorsten Hohmann got to the hill, huh?
Well, you know,
Yep.
I do love when you're talking on this. I do.
All right, Mike, we got a match here. Huh?
All right.
Good thing it's a free live stream. They can ask for refunds. Behind the 15 and back out. Or the 13, whatever that is. 12, perfect. Damianos is going nowhere. 5-3 now. Check, 1-2. There goes the secondary ball and a couple of stripes up the other side, and the 7-ball moseying down the corner. Hello.
That's trouble for his opponent there.
Damianos.
Damianos may not get to this table again.
I don't know. Let's take a look around here. What do you see?
I don't see many issues, that's for sure. Balls are spread out pretty nicely.
If he has the 5-ball on the side, he'll take the solids.
That might be
If he
very
does-
tight to get past the 9, though.
If he doesn't, he can always take the 6, but he would like to take that 5-ball out right away. If he can. All right, he's electing to take the stripes. You know, coming off the Steinway Classic win, Hohmann's on cruise control, no icebergs in the water, you know. Clear sailing, he feels great. He's always been comfortable here at Steinway. The 10-ball does go by the 4. He's got no issue. He can take the 9, 10, and take the last 2 up there. Looks like the 12 and 14. Yeah, 12 and 14 after that. That's what he's going to do. For the match.
I mean, if he plays for the that yellow ball, I'd rather play for the 14 only because, you know, the window is short. If he jumped out a little too far, then he was, you know, he sticks himself behind.
Well, he played here so he can stop shot this.
Yeah, I understand.
Probably
He's
draw
got
back.
the speed down perfect. I'm saying as my speed, I
Probably
would end
draw
up
back
playing
a
out
couple
further.
inches, and then he'll have the natural 2 to 3 railer to come to the left side of the table for the 8 if he stops it right there. See it?
Oh, beautiful.
Short rail, 8 ball. Sometimes they use the long rail, which is going to be the last third rail, the left long rail, as a brake. It kind of puts the brakes on the cue ball. He doesn't have to use it if he's in fine tune. He'll stop before the third rail. Maybe he'll just play the center of the table here. Well, that's kind of short. He is going to use the third rail as a brake. For the win, Mr. Hohmann. So Thorsten Hohmann wins this. He will be waiting for the next winner on the winner's side bracket, and then Thorsten has a shot for the hot seat right now.